Let me tell you, the investment we made in research in the newest budget bill for this fiscal year, 2018, is historic. There's a $3 billion increase for the National Institutes of Health, a $1 billion increase for CDC, Center for Disease Control, a lot of that to work on the opioid crisis, and a $1.5 billion increase for medical research through the Department of Defense. So what difference does it make? Well, let's talk about the crass monetary difference that it makes from the outset. In fiscal year 17, $800 million in NIH research funding found their way to Chicago and the state of Illinois. We have some of the best research facilities in the nation right here. So when money goes into NIH, it comes to researchers who work right here in Chicago and in the state of Illinois. We just had a chance to meet many of them as we went through this lab here, this biologics lab. Let me just add parenthetically, I made a point of asking each of these researchers, where are you from? And I'm happy to report that they're all here now, but they started all over the world, in India, in Switzerland, different places that brought in Iran, and came here to the United States to be educated to stay and do the research. Why did they stay? Because we funded the research. We gave them the promise that next year there may be more money waiting to continue your research. And that's what we're setting out to do. How important is this research? Well, let me just give you one statistic that I think tells the story pretty graphically. More than $100 billion in NIH funding went toward research that contribute directly or indirectly to all of the 210 new drugs approved by the FDA between 2010 and 2016. So when you see about new breakthrough drugs, understand that at the heart of it is NIH funding. Federal government, taxpayer-funded funding that makes a big difference in terms of the outcomes. The FDA approved 210 drugs between 2010 and 2016. The NIH contributed to the development of every single one of them.